here, and welcome back to my Supergirl episode review. My thoughts on the latest episode of Supergirl titled Luthors. And I apologize for this video being like a day and a half late. As I've told you guys in the last few videos, I'm still in the process of moving with my girlfriend and spending time with her. And yesterday was Valentine's Day, so I didn't really have the time between everything I was doing with her and work. So I couldn't really do my review yesterday or even the night of because I was busy with my girlfriend the night of. But here I am doing this review for you guys, and it's 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. Hey, better late than never. So here are my thoughts on this new episode, and honestly, I think this is one of my favorite episodes of the season. Lena Luthor is slowly becoming one of my favorite characters of this season. And the actress, Katie McGrath, she just does an amazing job at giving us a character, like, the relationship that they're trying to set up between her and Kara is very much like Clark and Lex's relationship was in Smallville. And in this episode, you find out, like, very much like Smallville, Clark and Lex were best friends for a long time. So it's hard for Clark to accept that Lex was becoming this evil, maniacal person. And there's a lot of Easter eggs in this episode alluding to Lex Luthor, especially, you know, in the background you see me, it's hard to see because the brightness of the TV. But, you know, we see Lex Luthor's war suit, we see Metallo, we see all these other characters and nods to the Superman mythology within this episode. And honestly, again, just Lena Luthor is one of my favorite characters this season, and the actress just conveys such strong emotion. And I think, in a way, the actress was too good for this show, because I mean, we did find out in this episode that, you know, she is, because they mentioned early on in the show that she was adopted. So I was under the assumption that she wasn't a Luthor by blood, but in this episode we find out that she is Lionel Luthor's daughter, but from an affair. And her origin is very similar to that of Tess Mercer from Smallville, except that Tess Mercer, you know, even though she was Lionel's daughter, that she was put under adoption and was adopted by someone else. Like, I did find the fact that, like, they have these very similar characters within these two properties between Smallville and Supergirl. It was just cool for me seeing that. Then seeing like a bald Lionel Luthor who looks exactly like Lex Luthor. And then we did get to see a young Lex, so that was kind of cool. The whole chess thing that kind of tied in at the end of the episode, hinting that maybe that there is more to Lena that we don't know about. Because at this point, Lena is she seems like such a good and pure character that, to me, like, I have a feeling that they're gonna make her a bad guy because that's just how the show is gonna go. But I don't want them to. She's a great character, and I'm so happy that they gave us a character who Supergirl can be close with, and that isn't just a one-note character. Because sometimes, like, there's certain times in these episodes where, like, certain characters do certain things that just aren't believable, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, one thing, like, this is a side thing that's kind of part of one of the it's a minor thing that I had wrong in this episode. Of course, you know, the Maggie and Alex relationship. I was all for it. You know, I've been a supporter of it, and I'm happy to see diverse couples, especially LGBT couples, portrayed in live action for, you know, people to be represented from that community. But in this episode, it seemed a little too, like, on the nose. Like, you know, they're all hanging out at the alien bar, and Alex is like, "Hey guys, have you met my girlfriend? This is my girlfriend." And it's like, calm down. Like, there's no need for her to do that. And it's like, okay, like, and they're acting as if no one knew that they were together. It's like, it's pretty damn obvious when Maggie's spending all her time at the DEO when she really has no place to. So that, I don't know, that whole thing was, I think, was handled a little kind of poorly. I'm still happy I'm still like the relationship. To me, that felt just too the dialogue wasn't written well, and they're acting like the people at the DEO didn't know. Of course, everyone had already assumed that they were together, but even then, it's like, it was just bugging when Alex was like, "Hey, this is my girlfriend. Have you guys met my girlfriend? This is my girlfriend, Maggie." It's like, she's been around for a long time, so we kind of got the end. So that was just poorly handled. But another thing I'm not a huge fan of. I don't like Lillian Luthor. Sorry, she's not a good villain. I don't think she's a good villain. I don't know if it's the acting or the writing. I don't like this whole Cadmus thing. I think Metallo's a better villain than she is. Like, to me, I just don't find the performance or the characters written well enough to me to really believe that the actor or that the character believes in what she's doing. I feel like she's just doing it because Lex got put away, and that's the only reason why she's really doing it, and not that she necessarily believes it. at least with John Corbin, you feel like he's a xenophobe. Like, you feel like he truly believes that he does, like, the aliens are gonna wipe out the Earth and all that. Obviously, I don't agree with that, but I'm saying like, he seems more believable than Lily and Luthor just trying to be protective, overbearing mom, and just like, I don't know. And that's where, like, her relationship with Lena in this episode to me is it's just the whole mother-daughter dynamic is kind of, to me, shattered because you find out that she's not like her mom in any real way, because she was forced to take in this kid who is not even hers, who Lionel had through an affair, and so there was never that there was always that distance, and she was her adoptive mom technically, and it just, I can understand why Lillian wouldn't want to necessarily be close to the kid. Still, I just, like, to me, it's like, it's hard for me to believe that dynamic, and then, like, she doesn't really love Lena. So it's just, that dynamic is already flawed because you have these two characters who aren't related by blood. They have no really familial connections other than the fact that, she was married to Lionel and Lionel is her father. That's the only thing. So to me, that's just, I don't know, that just, I don't know, it's hard for me to buy into that relationship now because now we know what we know about Lena. What else? Kara in this episode, in terms of how she handled the whole Guardian thing, she handled it better because, James' thing was like, why can you trust Lena, but you can't trust me? Like, and that's the thing, like, James as Guardian, like, sorry, I just shook my camera a bit. Like, James as Guardian, to me, is just like, I believe in what he's doing, and he's trying to do the right thing, and that's where, like, that one, like, I think it was the mid-season premiere, where Carl's like, I don't believe in what you stand for, and blah, 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 and that whole stupid thing that Carl was doing, I still don't understand it. Like, I don't know, it's stupid, it was a writer's thing, I don't know why they do it, they make Carl look stupid and hypocritical, but in this episode we finally see that she's starting to growing more to the idea of James being Guardian, and she's finally starting to trust him, and they can finally be friends again, and they're not trying to protect each other all the time, because that was her thing. She didn't want James to be in danger, but it's like, she's being a hypocrite because of the whole, she's allowing Mon-El, but just because Mon-El has powers, he gets the okay, and just like, and the fact that she's worked with vigilantes on the 4-way crossover and all that stuff, it just, to me, like, that whole thing made no sense. So I'm gonna change subject real quick, but I like how she handled that in this episode. It was cool seeing the actual Hank Henshaw back. I wasn't sure if we were going to see him again anytime soon. I really like Metallo in this episode, and the fact that he had the kryptonite heart thing that was blowing up, and I'm assuming he's gone for the time being. I don't know, I just feel like those two characters, I feel like would make a better villain dynamic than having Lillian and the whole Cadmus thing. Like, I buy into the Hank Henshaw Metallo thing because they have common interests in this, and they have some stuff in common in terms of, like, in their bodies and all that stuff. But I did find the Metallo stuff, even though it was cheesy the first time around, I did like it this time more so. What else? Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Usually I have my notes written down, but I forgot to take notes for this episode, so I'm just trying to go off of everything that I remembered in my head. Sorry to bring this up again, but the whole Mon-El Kara romance storyline, I'll say it, is fucking stupid. It's stupid. It's so CW cliche bullshit. I hate it. Hate it. And they threw away what could have been a really cool, interesting dynamic between her and James, and then we could have seen having an interracial couple, on TV. They're doing it on the Flash. So what the fuck is wrong with them doing it with them? And they bring in this boring ass white actor to bring in this boring ass white character who, other than name only, he has almost nothing like the Mon-El from the comics. He's just so boring. He's a playboy, and he's a shitty character. He's a shitty character. I don't know why they're forcing this stupid damn romance on everyone's throats. And it's like, I know it's CW, and I know they have these stupid romantic tropes. I'm sick and tired of it. It's fucking stupid. I hate it, and I can't. Ugh. I'm sorry. You guys know how I feel about Mon-El. I think he's a Felicity Smoke of this show. He does nothing to bring down the show. I wish they never brought him into the show at all. Like, you could have had, I don't know, like, what I was looking forward to is maybe you bring in, like, Connor Kent. You bring in him into the show and have him be almost like like the sidekick to Supergirl, and you could have introduced that dynamic, especially with Cadmus and everything. And you bring in fucking boring ass Mon-El. I can't. I hope Mon-El dies this season, or he goes away. I don't want him in the show anymore. And I'm glad they didn't have that kiss, and they were interrupted by that weird fucking Mixes Picklet dude. I hate Mon-El. I hate the stupid romance they're doing, and I hate that they sacrificed what could have been a really cool and progressive relationship in James and Kara. Maybe they didn't always have the best dynamic in season 1. Maybe, and some people didn't think they had good chemistry. I personally think they had better chemistry as the season went on. Yes, it wasn't always handled well in first season, but I'd much rather have that, because that's more believable to me, because they were friends first and all this stuff, other than, oh hey, here's two superpowered good-looking people. Bam, couple. And they're both white. So like, oh hey, white's good. Superpowers and all this stuff makes for good TV, right? No, it's fucking stupid. I hate it. I'd rather have Kara be with Lena. They have way more fucking chemistry. And that could have been way more progressive too. And there's a lot of fans that support that. Her and Kara just have such good chemistry together, and you can feel there's an actual bond there. And with Mon-El, it's like, why does she even fucking like him? Why? And this whole thing of like, the whole Alex bringing up an episode or two ago, and it's like, are you telling me that you like him too? What the? How do you like him? The only reason she likes him is the fact she's fucking got jealous because he got with Eve Taskmaster or whatever the fuck her name is. I'm sorry, that was just my rant over that whole thing. To me, the whole relationship makes no sense. I know it's the CW, and I know they have to deal with stupid fucking romantic things. But I hate the Mon-El character. I hate the Mon-El Kara romance storyline. Honestly, I hope his character's gone by next season, because I don't want to fucking see him around. Oh, sorry about that. So honestly, with that being said, I think that's gonna be it for me. I really like this episode, other than the Mon-El stuff and some of the bad dialogue early on in the episode. But I really love the development of Lena Luthor, and there might be more to their character than meets the eye. I'm finally glad to see Kara and James on good terms again, and I'm really excited to see what the show is gonna offer moving forward, with about like 6 or like 7 or 8 episodes left in the season, or something along those lines. So I'm really just excited to see how the season wraps up. I know we're still pretty early on in the season, but still, I'm just excited for the season moving forward, as long as they keep the romance bullshit out of the way, which I know they won't, but oh well. So that's gonna be it for me. What did you guys think of this episode? Sound your thoughts in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for all the other content I'll be uploading. Tonight I'll be reviewing Arrow, and obviously Flash took a break this week, as well as Legends. But as you guys know, I stopped reviewing Legends. It just became too hectic to review, especially on Tuesday nights, when I'm barely able to review Flash at times anymore anyway. Let alone, hey, I'm reviewing Supergirl a day and a half later, so it goes to show how my schedule's been lately. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have a good one.